Good morning. Well, good evening, actually. It's almost 15 till 4. Well, we just had an issue here at the shop. Well, actually, I've had issues here at the shop all day long. Oh my goodness, one thing after another. And let's just start with what just happened a little bit ago, and then we'll go backwards from there. The media blasting cabinet, which is that guy right there. It has a vacuum system over there right next to it. You can't really see it. It's the black can right next to it right there. And it's got a fan on top of it, and that sucks any debris inside the cabinet that's very, very fine. It sucks it out of the cabinet and into a container over on the side. Well, that thing just started roaring and basically stopped working and started getting hot enough that it was flipping the breaker because it was pulling too much energy or something. I don't know what's going on, but it was making the GFI flip on the wall. So apparently it's done. So I ordered another one, or I'm in the process of doing right now. I have it in the cart in the house. I wanted to check all my options on that first, but so that's down. So we have no media blasting. He got, what's it look like? He got 4 blasted this morning, and then problems happen. So I sent him home, and I'm going to order a new vacuum system for the media blaster, and that'll be back in service in about 2 to 5 days, because I don't know when that's going to arrive. So he's off for a little bit, unfortunate, but that's where we're at on that. I don't have no choice. Who would have guessed that? And to replace it with a new one, it's $1,300 for a new vacuum system. If I buy a cheap one, like the one that it came with when I bought this thing 2 years ago, it's $400, and it'll probably last for 2 years. So, I guess that's probably what I'm gonna do. Buy the cheaper one and make it 2 more years. So that's where we're at on that. Next, it is over 100 degrees. It is 103 degrees today. 103 in here. Woo! Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I've been saying all day long. 103 degrees in here. Now, we're getting some stuff done. Oh my goodness, look at all the stuff I have going on. I mean, I'm rocking. There's no doubt about it. And today, one good little thing that happened, the guys came to work on the driveway. So they're going to redo my driveway all the way from the front, all the way back here, and they're going to turn it right into the front of the shop. Man, I'm going to be so happy about this. This is one of the final things that has to come together, This evening I'm going to take little blocks and soil, and I'm going to do little flower beds around my crepe myrtle here and around the tree over there. And the guy said, we'll just kill the asphalt right in it and go right around your little flower bed, and it'll all kind of come together very nicely. So pretty excited about all that. I love flower beds. They're pretty. I like pretty things. So I do have a mess to clean up back there. I don't know if they're going to clean that up or not. He didn't say, but that was in the prepping this area. But yeah, pretty excited about that. So now on to the next thing, the truck. Okay, Saturday I went to look at a truck. I finally, sold myself on the idea that it was okay to spend this much money on a truck, and that was very hard for me to decide that it was okay for me to spend this much money on a truck. So, I decided on a budget. I picked a truck. I was pretty excited about the truck. I went and took I checked for its availability online. They said, yes, this truck is available. We still have it. I was like, all right. So, and they're like, you want to schedule a test drive? I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, let me think about this. And anyway, I just drove up there and talked to the salesman, test drove the truck. I was ready to buy the truck. Had money to give them down and everything. And they said, oh, can't have a truck till Monday because it has to go through service. It hasn't been through service yet. It only has 15,000 miles on it, but it's got to go through a full service and multi-point inspection. I'm like, why is it not went through that before you put it up for sale? My goodness, I'm coming down here to drive a truck home. I'm not working on this Saturday because I'm trying to buy a truck on this Saturday because I'll be working on Monday, like normal people work on Monday, And they're like, oh, well, anyway, I walked. I was mad. I was mad because I couldn't buy the truck. I felt like they led me on to believe that I was going to be able to get this truck. And then wasn't able to get this truck. So, called him back this morning. Told him, said, yeah, my credit's like a 817 or something like that. I got some good credit anyway, and I got some money down, large sum of money down, and they give me this ridiculous, like 5% interest rate. Now, my wife beat that in a few minutes online. In just a few minutes, we had multiple interest rates that were way better. But, why would they shoot me an interest rate that's so damn ridiculous? I mean, they act like I didn't pay for my last 3 cars. I was like, what in the hell's going on here? And then, they send us this paperwork, and they don't even put it on there that I'm putting a down payment down and that I'm financing everything. I'm like, get it right, man. And then I'm looking at the paperwork, and it says that there's this $2,500 adjustment. Now, this is Burleson Nissan, just so y'all know that, so I can just bash them right quick. Burleson Nissan sucks, and they're liars, and they tell you one thing, do another, and that ain't how you should do business. I would have bought that truck from them, went down there to buy that truck from them. They didn't let me buy the truck. I got mad, I left, because they said I had to come back on Monday to get the truck. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna look for different trucks elsewhere. And I mulled it over the weekend. I was like, you know what, I like that damn truck. I just think I should buy it, get it behind me. And I drove it. It was a nice truck. I can settle for that. I married myself with the idea that, if it's still available, I'm gonna buy that truck. So I called them this morning. They give us the ridiculous interest rate. And then not only do they give us the ridiculous interest rate, they add basically a market adjustment of almost $3,000 to the tag, and they call it some kind of a purchasing plan, or I don't know what it is, but it's just for them to make an extra $3,000. And they said that's non-negotiable. That's just what we charge. And I was like, you don't charge me that, because I ain't buying the damn truck from you. I've told every dealership that had a market adjustment value that they could suck it. I was like, no, you want to get something from somebody, you call Ford or you call Chevy, and you tell them to do a market adjustment on these new vehicles. Now I'm just looking at used ones, and I've never been to a car lot where a used car lot was saying that there's a market adjustment. And then I finally pick a truck, and they try to give me this, well, there's a market adjustment on this used truck with 16,000 miles on it. I'm like, are you out of your mind? I mean, who do you think? I'm an idiot? I ain't paying you $3,000, $2,500, $2,600 extra for you to, no, Oh, I got hot, dude. At that point, I was like, you know what? Screw them. I definitely ain't buying that truck. And now I'm looking at different ones, but wow, actually the salesman told me that there was nothing like that when I went to the dealer. When I went there in the very beginning, I told the guy, I said, yeah, man, I'm not going to buy anything from any lot that does any taking advantage of the customer and does that markup stuff. I'm not going to do that. And he goes, oh, we're not doing that. We do that. It's the price plus tax, title, and license. That's what he told me. This is the salesman at Burleson. Now, when you sit down and do the paperwork, then that's when the sneaky people step in from behind the curtain and start trying to add money to the bill. Again, Burleson Nissan, don't trust them. Look over everything before you sign anything, because they are trying to trick people. I totally felt misled, and I'm very upset with them. So it continues. The search is still on, but I have a positive attitude. I told my wife, you know what? It wasn't meant to be, babe. That truck, as cool as it was and as much as I liked it, there's a reason I didn't get it. And I've walked through my whole life like that. If it's meant to be, boy, it'll just fall right in your lap. And if I forced to get this truck, I'm like, I gotta have it. Man, that damn thing, I get a wobbly wheel, it'd fall right off on me doing 50 miles an hour. You know it. You know it would. I get, oh no, my wheel. That's what's gonna happen to me. So don't force it. Don't force anything. Never force it. You try to force a square block into a round hole, you know what you're gonna get? A headache. Just don't do it. Don't force it, man. Things that you force, rarely do they ever turn out like you want them to. Rarely. You can force it if you want to, but probably not going to work out like you think it's going to. This is a life lesson from an old dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there, and I know you don't force it. You push things. You think you just got to have your way, and you've got to do this or you got to do that. Sometimes, boy, you'll sure learn a lesson. You'll sure learn a lesson. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for checking in today. Driveway's getting started. Well, I'm about ready to just plunge over in this pool. I ain't even joking. But I need to clean the leaves out of it. There's leaves all in it. I put it under a big old tree. Hey, you know, I wanted the shade. You put it out in the sun out there and it gets the water gets boiling, you know, here in Texas. You'll be like, I ain't getting in that thing. The water's so hot you can't even stand it. But in the shade, I might have to battle some leaves, but sure is pleasant to get in it, you know. But hey, you guys, y'all have a great day. If you're riding, ride safe. If you're swimming, and you swim like I do, wear a life jacket. All right, y'all have a great day.